back to my channel, and today I'm making some sausage rolls, and all you need are 3 ingredients. That is any kind of sausage to your taste, 1 egg to brush over the pastry, and 1 roll of puff pastry. How easy is that? Just 3 ingredients. Watch further, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you make some too for the kids. Right, put some flour on your surface. And I'm going to put the pastry side on the flour surface, and then I'm going to roll on here. You don't have to roll, but I like to make the dough slightly thinner. And that is it. Right. Take this off, and I'm going to add the sausage, and I'm going to put it down there, and I'll show you that. Right, so just simply put the sausage down. Roll this over. And just push it down with your hands, right underneath. I'm just pushing it down underneath there. Now I'm going to cut it. Take this away. And let me turn this around so you can see. And all I'm going to do now, there where I pressed it down with my finger, I'm going to use the fork and press it down with the fork. Let me start here where you can see. Just press it down. Hope you can see that. Let me turn it. Just press it down. If you want, dip it into the flour and continue pressing. Right, let's carry on. Put the next piece of sausage in. Cut this off here. So all I'm going to do is flip it over. Let's move it a bit more. Just flip it over and press it down with your fingers, just to seal the parcel. If it opens up, just bring it together. Cut it off. Use your fork, press it in flour if you want to, and push it down, just to seal it. Just to seal the top and the bottom piece of dough. And now I'm going to cut the sausage pieces. So there's one, there's the other one, and cut it in half again. And now I'm going to place it on my baking tray, and I already have parchment paper on it. For the 1 egg I said was in the recipe, I'm just going to whisk it and then I'll brush that on top of the pastry. Right, my oven is heating on 180 degrees, and once I've brushed it with the egg, I'll just add some milk to it. You can use milk or egg, so if you don't eat egg, you can brush it with milk as well. Right, so all I'm going to do now is brush the top of the pastry, and then I'll put it in the preheated oven. And this will make the pastry go lovely golden brown. So before you take out the whole tray, make sure the top is nice and golden brown and that the sausage is cooked. So cut one open to see if the sausage is cooked. It shouldn't take too long. It takes about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, but depending on which sausage you have used. Right, I'm going to cover all these with the egg, and then I'll put it in the oven. I'm going to take the sausage rolls out of the oven now. And look how lovely golden brown that is. Right, so it went in the oven on 180 degrees for about 20 minutes, just so that the sausage can cook. After that, I turned it up to, let me see what's the number, 220 for about 10 minutes, just for it to turn golden brown. Now I'm going to leave this to cool before I take it off the middle. Look there at the bottom, nice and golden brown. Delicious. Right, let me cut one sausage roll open just to see if the sausage is cooked. It's still hot and it is cooked through, yes. So for 20 minutes, bake it on 180 degrees, and then turn it up to 220. As soon as your pastry is golden brown like this, it's ready to come out. But when you take it out and you feel it hasn't cooked properly at the bottom, just put it back for another 3 or 4 minutes. With the leftover dough, I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to roll it out, put it all together, roll it out, and I'm going to fill it up with some ham and cheese. Or you can put whatever, you can even make it sweet. I normally put jam and coconut in my leftover. Nice sweet treat, but I don't have any coconut, so I'll stick with the savory. You roll it to the thickness that you desire. There's no right or wrong of how thick it should be. Right. So now I'm going to use a glass to cut out some shapes. I'm putting the tip of the glass in the flour. I just cut out some shapes. Or if you have cookie cutters, use that. And I will roll the rest of the dough again and continue cutting until it's all done. For the rest over pastry, I've got some bacon, ham that I've cut up, and some grated cheese. As I said earlier, you could put in coconut and jam, you could put just cheese, you could put leftover food from last night like a curry or something. Whatever you have and whatever you fancy, just fill up the leftover pastry with that. So I'm just going to mix it together. Put some ham and cheese in there. fold it over like half a moon, press it down like we did earlier, and use your fork to press it down again, just like I showed you earlier. I'll do one more. Let's do one more. So mix your ham and cheese if that's what you're using. You can even use crispy bacon. Honestly, whatever you fancy. Put that in the middle. Don't make it too full because then it will seep out on the edges. Make sure it's right in the middle. Fold it over and seal it with your finger. And use your fork. You can dip it in the flour and then press it down with your fork around the edges just to seal the parcel. Right, that's what it looks like. Sealed in. I don't know if you can see it there. You see the edges? Just pressed it down with the fork. So I will continue doing that, and I've got another longer piece of pastry here. I will show you at the end what I do with that. So with the leftover cheese and ham, I just put it in this longer piece. I'm going to roll it like a sausage. Just make sure everything is inside, sealed off. Oops. Just pinch it, and all I'm doing is pinching it. So this one I'm going to bake as is, and at the end I will then cut it up. Right, and now I'm going to brush it with the egg. So I've put everything on the parchment paper and it's ready to go in the oven after I've put on the egg and milk mixture. So make sure all the pastry is covered. And this one won't stay in so long because there's nothing inside that needs baking. You just need this to be golden brown. So once the oven has been heated up with the sausage rolls, this one will go in that nice hot oven. Keep your eye on it so that it doesn't burn. You just want the top to get golden brown. You can even raise the temperature a bit, but please don't go away. Keep your eye on the oven. What a lovely treat to have. Kids are still sleeping, so when they wake up, they have something to nibble on. It's bank holiday. Not always do they want to have cereal for breakfast. So this is something different to snack on. If you have sesame seeds, you can sprinkle that on top as well. Now I'm going to put in my cheese and ham. Just until the top is golden brown, because as I said, it's already cooked. I'm going to leave the oven on 220 degrees because we only want it to brown. And it's in the middle of the oven, not at the bottom, not at the top, it's in the... And here's the cheese and ham ones. I'll cut one open so you can see. So cheese and ham, still hot, fresh out of the oven. And there's your cheese and ham pockets. Look at that, cheese and ham, yummy. It's still hot, let me just try. Oh. It's delicious, but it's so hot. I'm gonna let this cool down. And when the kids are ready, they have something to nibble on. Homemade cheese and ham pasties, delicious.